Shalom, Yahweh Shai, and to the hopeful elect. And I'm Brother Asaph. I'm coming to you on the Sabbath day with another lesson. And we'll start by reading Exodus 31, 13 through 16. And that's the scriptures for the Sabbath day. It says, "Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily, my Sabbath ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord that doth sanctify you. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among the people. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, to observe the Sabbath throughout their generations, for a perpetual covenant." All right, so let's read Leviticus 19, verses 17 through 18. "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord." So this scripture here was what Yahweh Shai had spoke of, that to love, the most important scripture of all was to love the Most High and to love your neighbor as yourself. That neighbor was the children of Israel. Let's read that again. Verse 18. "Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh thy Lord." Okay, so there's a Sabbath day. We are supposed to keep it holy. The children of Israel, and I'm showing you the children of Israel is. Let's take a look at the Lachish relief. The Lachish relief. This is it's in England. I think it's in a museum. Okay, and as you can see, it shows. Let me get close here. On this map, you can see the children of Israel praying. This is them in the I think Syrian captivity, and as you can see, they most of them are having woolly hair and beards, and this is basically showing you what the tribe of Judah would be looking like today. That's how they would look today, the tribe of Judah, and which was dispersed to the four corners of the earth. And this is where they were dispersed from. The tribe of Judah was dispersed from, and the dispersion was only happened to the southern tribe kingdom, which was in Judah on the west coast of Africa. They were actually exiled from Spain. The house of David also was there, and this is the kingdom of Judah right here on the west coast of Africa. So as you can see, they was just Negroes. Negroes were the true Jews that were brought over here in servitude. So I just thought I would bring that out. They were brought over here in servitude to serve out their punishment from the Most High Yahweh until they're redeemed from the earth, the ones who turn back to their true heritage. And this is what happened to us when we were here, because we were sent to the nation of Edom, and which is aka America, Babylon the Great, Rome, all those names the Most High calls Edom. And they are the sword of the Most High, and they brought the sword against us. And as you can see, all these atrocities happened to us on while we were here in America and around the world, and to this very day. Okay. So it was us. It was the African Americans, the Jamaicans, Haitians, all the Negroes that were scattered in the transatlantic slave trade, Arab slave trade, that experienced the wrath of the Most High and drunk up the cup of the Most High, cup of His wrath. All right, we'll read Isaiah 11:11, as it shows us that only Judah was dispersed, but the northern kingdom was just outcast. They were outcast. So they're still in those areas and regions. They're still in Africa. They're still in the regions that they pointed out in Isaiah 11:11, because that's where the Most High is going to gather them from, their suspected lands. Let's read that real quick. Isaiah 11:11. Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set His hand again the second time to cover the remnant, to recover the remnant of His people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And He shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah, in which we are as a people, okay, from the four corners of the earth. So we'll read that again. And He shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts. The outcasts will be the northern kingdom of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah. So the dispersed was only Judah, the southern tribe. They were dispersed to the four corners of the earth, okay, in slavery, through transatlantic slave trade and so forth, okay. So I thought I would bring that out just to start out, so we can have a clear understanding of that. Let's see here. And this was all documented by famous historian Rudolph Windsor, who pointed out that B'nai Ephraim, northern tribe, is still in Africa today. It used to be the ancient kingdom called Dahomey, okay? And most of us are familiar with Rudolph Windsor, okay, in his book called Babylon the Timbuktu, okay? All right. So where we are today, actually, we're dealing with a lot of confusion in the world right now, and it's due to the fact that the Most High is going to give the kingdom back into the hands of the children of Israel. Okay, and that's why all of this is happening. The idols are being removed on the earth. We have all the statues being removed in America. We have actually, notably, at the same time, statues and monuments are being removed in China. Okay, and China right now is under the New World Order system. Okay, they have cameras set up everywhere in which they monitor the people. That is the direction that America is headed. Okay, basically that's the reason why we have this coronavirus situation in the first place. because we're under a big change in which the powers that be, the elite that control this world, want to bring everybody under subjection and change the system. Okay, so everyone is going to be RFID microchip and tracked eventually. They're using gradualism, in which they're doing a little at a time. They have actually gotten rid of the coins, saying that they have a shortage of coins. They don't have a shortage of coins. What it is they are basically phasing out the regular currency, and they're going digital currency. So eventually they can put a chip in your hand and monitor you and go with a blockchain. So this is what it's going to look like. This right here. It's going to be they're going to put that in your hand, and this is being done in Sweden. It's been actually went through the Senate in Detroit, Michigan recently, so you can look that up. And they're going to put that chip, that small grain of rice, into your hand. Okay, this is no longer a fictional tale. This is a true event that's happening right now. It's just a matter of time before they implement it. Okay, but we're here as watchmen on the wall to basically warn our people in the world of what's coming on the earth. Okay, let's go to Habakkuk 2 and verse 1, as the Most High gave him an instruction to warn the people. That's Habakkuk 2 verse 1. And it reads, I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And we're at the end, and the end is being manifest before our eyes. The RFID microchip that the Most High spoke of and warned us at in Revelation 13 to verse 16 has been manifested, and we know the game plan of the devil once. Okay, 2nd Esdras 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So we're supposed to keep watch. We're supposed to pay attention to what's happening in the world today, because the Most High told us to do it. So he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, and what he told us in Revelations, that there would be a mark of the beast that was coming on the world, on the scene. So let's continue. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, and it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, we can see uproars in the people and the governments and governmental system, and people, going against their government. Then shalt thou, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For as like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So in Habakkuk, it said, wait for it, wait for the end. It's not going to tarry, okay? And you're going to see it. And just like in 2nd Esdras, it's telling you that the end is manifest, and you're gonna feel it, you're gonna see it. So the RFID chip has been manifested in Sweden. In Detroit, they just passed a law to protect the employees from having to mandatorily take the RFID chip, and this is in America. So it's here, and it's upon us, and the Most High has revealed these things to us. So, right. But the Most High, the end result is going to be total destruction of America and Babylon the Great for the wickedness they have brought against the elect of Israel, the children, the children of the prophets that came over here in servitude, and the wickedness that has been going on in the world today. So what we have is a deceitful kingdom in which they deceived the whole world by using this white Jesus to deceive us all, when actually the Messiah was actually Negro from the tribe of Judah. As we had just explained in the maps, we show on the Lachish reliefs that the Judeans were woolly-haired Negroes. Okay, we showed that in the Lachish relief. We showed that in the Negro land map that the kingdom of Judah was on the west coast of Africa. Okay, and they knew who they were taking over here. So anyway, this is what's going to happen. There's going to be an assembly of nations going to come together, and they're going to shoot ICBM missiles on this in this kingdom. Okay.
So Judah was scattered. Isaiah 11 and 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. As you can see, the Lord Yahweh will assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah. So Judah was only dispersed to the four corners of the earth. Deuteronomy 4 verses 27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. The wood and stone would be Christianity and Islam. Deuteronomy 30, verses 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God Yahweh, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thine soul, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee. So as you can see, he scattered Judah, he dispersed Judah to the four corners of the earth, and he will regather them when we return back to him. So you must return to the Most High in order to be redeemed from these nations. Isaiah 59, 19 and 20. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith Yahweh.